everyone, it's Shelby from the Yoga Shala here in College Park, Orlando, Florida. And I do teach here every weekday morning, Monday through Friday from 8:30 to 11 a.m. And I would love to meet you and come and practice with me whenever you get a chance. Okay, so today's pose that we're going to work on is called our half-bound lotus forward fold pose, also known as Ardha Baddha Padma Paschimottanasana. So this pose has a lot of benefits. Number one, it really helps open your hips and prepares you to sit in lotus. And of course, lotus is the position that we're trying to sit in when we meditate. And the whole practice of Ashtanga is preparing us to sit and meditate. So that's one benefit. Another benefit is that it's going to help lengthen or open up your hamstrings because you're sitting with a straight leg. It's also working on learning to engage your quadriceps, and it's also working on engaging your lats, engaging your chest, and lengthening the spine. Okay, so before I have people going into the full expression of this pose, I like to have them do a lot of prep work for it. And the first thing that we are looking for is to see how your half lotus looks. And the safest way to come into a half lotus is to first bend the leg and then open it to the side, bringing the foot into a half lotus. So what we're looking for in the half lotus is that the heel is in line with your midline, and then your foot is in line with this thigh crease. So that's what I'm looking for. So if I see someone, for example, coming into their lotus and maybe they can't bring their foot all the way back, or there's something like around here, I know that they'll need some work opening the hips. And at this point, it's really not even beneficial to try to go into the full expression of the pose. So then we start working on some hip opener exercises. So we're gonna have Cami come into a half lotus pose today, and we'll see where she is, where her leg rests, and to see if she needs to do some prep work or if she's ready to go into the full expression of the pose. Okay, so Cami, just bend your left leg, open it to the side, and just bring your foot onto your thigh. See if you can bring your heel closer to your midline and your foot into your thigh crease. Good. So Cami has been doing a bit of work to open her hips, so she looks pretty good. And we can probably try to go forward with this pose. So in order to take the bind, so you're trying to reach around and take your foot. You're going to reach out the same arm that is in half lotus. So in this case, it's your left arm. So reach out your left arm, and then you'll swing it around behind you till you can't reach anymore. At that point, pivot the hand so it's facing down, bend at the elbow, and bring the hands to your side. At that point, you should hopefully be close enough to getting the toes. Okay, so Cami's going to bend her left leg, open it to the side, bring the foot into a half lotus as best she can. Okay, good. And then reach out the left hand, palm up, swing the arm behind you. You can look towards the hand, okay? So you can't go any further. At that point, pivot the hand, bend at the elbow, and bring your hand to your right side. Okay, good. Do you feel like it's a little bit further than it would normally be?
Yes,
okay,
stretched
good.
out.
Okay, yep. It's helping to open up the pecs. Okay, so are you able to grab the toe? And if not, that's okay. We can do some other work to open the foot. And she's got it. Okay. Okay. So another way that I would work to prepare the foot, okay, is I'm just going to come into it really quickly. Okay, so you've got the foot in half lotus, the leg in half lotus, okay, and we've taken the arm behind us. Rather than worrying about taking the toe with this, your right hand, just open the top of the foot. You're opening the fascia on the top of the foot, stretching it out. So you're sitting here for 5 breaths, okay? opening the chest, opening the pecs, and opening the fascia on the top of the foot. And eventually, after practicing this consistently, you will find that grabbing the foot will be easy. So we've talked about how to prep to get into Ardha Baddha Padma Paschimottanasana. And once you have done that prep work of opening the pec line and stretching the fascia on the top of the foot, and once you can easily bind, then you're ready for the full expression of the pose where you take your forward fold. And what that entails is you've got the bind, okay? So basically that entails reaching forward, taking a hold of the outside of the foot. Always inhale and lengthen before you go into one of these seated poses, and then exhale, fold deeper into the pose. Now in the beginning, you're just looking towards the big toe. You're always keeping the quad engaged. You're pushing out through the heel, toes are pointing up towards the ceiling. So you're looking towards the big toe for those 5 breaths. As you come lower and lower and lower, eventually, you've got chin to shin. And at the same time, you're not allowing your back to round. You're keeping length in the spine. You're engaging your lats. You're engaging your chest to keep that length. And then you've got the pose. So thank you so much for watching. And if you enjoyed this video, please share with your friends. And if you have not signed up for our newsletter, be sure to do so. You can find that on our website, www.theyogashala.org, okay? And you'll find all sorts of information about our shala as well. And just some final thoughts on this pose, this Ardha Baddha Padma Paschimottanasana. So one of the key things in this pose, in addition to the entire practice, is to have patience, okay? And don't be obsessed with getting the bind. The main thing is just do the work. Work on opening the chest, okay? Work on opening the top of the foot. Work on getting yourself into that half lotus. The final expression is just not, that's just one part of it. So much of the other parts of it are just doing the work and changing your body and having patience. For those of you that are either new to yoga or you've never done it at all, or even those of you that have done it, and maybe you're even a member here, if you have friends that want to get started, just let them know we are super great with beginners. And we have a special beginners course. It runs for 2 weeks, and we have it running about every 2 weeks. You'll have to check our schedule online, but it's a 6-day or 6-class program, 3 days the first week, 3 days the second week, and we really guide you through all the basics and really make you feel comfortable practicing Ashtanga, and so that when you come into the Mysore class, which is the setting where everybody's working at their own pace, you will feel a little bit more confident and not so overwhelmed. So I highly recommend the beginners classes that we offer.